how did I make $100,000 in 10 months? It wasn't from buying a bunch of books, watching a bunch of videos, but make sure you finish this one. It wasn't even from, a bunch of mentors. It was really obsession. I want you to think of the last time you were truly obsessed, where you couldn't eat, sleep, think about anything except that one thing. The only thing I did to hit 100K in 10 months and so fast was I was exceptionally focused. I was obsessed like I was 16. And if you remember when you were 16, it's probably when you had access to all these things that you couldn't quite get. You could technically drive a car, but you didn't have a car. You could technically go out with your friends, but how would you get there? You had a lot of freedom, right, and autonomy as a 16-year-old, but maybe you didn't have the money to do it. And if you've ever wanted to get a car, you would be working back-to-back jobs at the mall, or if you wanted to go to a party and see your friends, but your parents wouldn't let you, you'll figure a way to sneak out of the house, right? It's the same energy with your business. You need to figure it out. You need to be creative. You need to literally be obsessed about what you're doing so that you can make this type of money. You can't be distracted. You can't be looking at other things. You're like, no, if I want to go to that party, I'm going to figure it out. What are the exit strategies from my house, right? It's the same thing with your business. If you're singularly focused on what makes your business tick, how it's going to make you more money this year, then that's what all your energy goes into. And for me, it was sacrificing a lot of things that don't seem sexy on the internet. I had a 9 to 5. I had it was full time. I was doing my master's. I moved. I had just come off like a 1,000-mile move away from home. And I was like, okay, I really want this business to work. So I needed to really lock in, right? I needed to lock in as much as possible. And I set myself up for success. I took 3 weeks of PTO. I cashed out all my PTO at the end of the year so I can focus. I found a mentor that could help me. It was a combination of all these things, but every activity I did was for the sole purpose of me growing my business and me making money. I remember I would literally go out with friends and I would leave halfway through dinner and they would all ask me what I was doing, and I was like, the business wasn't making any money yet, so I still had shame. So I would be like, I just need to go, and I would leave literally in the middle of dinner to go on a client meeting, to go make some sales. And this was all in the beginning. I don't need to do this stuff anymore. But like a rocket, you use 90% of your fuel when you're just getting started. It's the same thing with your business. You need that attention, you need that focus, you need that drive, you need the obsession of being